Hello, I'm outside here with half frame camera, Yashica 72E, which is the oddball camera. I collect Olympus pen viewfinder cameras, and this is an interesting one. It was kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but Yashica made this real early on, and they were trying to emulate the Olympus pen cameras, and after they made this one, they switched over to a more automated camera. But this one serves my purposes real well. I'll tell you why. I can't see very well, so the dial is very readable. I can see that without my glasses. The shutter speeds and the f-stops are real visible. They're dark on kind of a matte silver there. So I don't need glasses to be able to set the settings of the camera and the focusing. If I had one gripe about it, would be that it's the settings in the top here in meters, but I can flip it over and it's got the settings in feet. So just have to be a little bit creative when I'm getting ready to focus it, turn it over and set it. Or there it's set for just under 7 feet, which is a good setting for having things be pretty much in focus for its I don't know what they call it, hyperfocal or whatever. In meters it would be 2 meters and 5 meters, and they've got click stops, and the equivalent in feet is 7 feet and let's see, and 15 feet. So those are some quick settings you can use if you're going to take this out in the world and shoot from the hip. You could set it ahead of time pretty much, and just kind of, I guess a lot of people did that. They just carried it around and shot from the hip. But anyway, I'm determined. This has got 48 shots to a roll because I put a 24 exposure roll in there. So that means I've got 24 left. I'm halfway there, and I'm just, taking pictures without really thinking about it too much. So we'll see what happens. I'll send this off, and it'll be fun to actually finish up a roll of half frame. And I'm not expecting anything wonderful, but something to do. Right, Bo? Hey, come here, Bo. Come here. He's a big help. So when you actually do take a picture with this, you see the little thumb wheel at the bottom, you wind it. See if I can, I'm trying to do this with 2 hands and I need 3. You take a shot and then you move the thumb wheel like that with your left thumb and it winds it. It's real handy. This is the only camera I know of that uses this system. Olympus used a thumb wheel up at the top right, and Ricoh and all the other ones that I can think of right offhand use the same thing. So, the camera has a meter, by the way, right up here, and the meter does work, but I haven't figured out if I can trust it enough to use it yet. I think it might be a little bit off, so I'm kind of going against the meter and using this thing. This is my Sekonic. This is my modern meter that I only got fairly recently, I guess. Right before I stopped shooting film, I bought this. So I consider that to be fairly new and recent. So between the two of these, I can get a pretty good idea of what settings to put the camera on. One more thing I wanted to mention is the shutter release button. It's right here, okay? And I like the way it's designed because it doesn't stick out, and it's practically impossible to take a picture by mistake, which happens all the time with the Olympus pens and other cameras. But I like the way they designed this. They only made this camera for a couple years, and they should never have stopped and gotten away from it. But it was, I think it was between 1960 and 61 or 2 that they made this camera, and really like it a lot. Every one of these I find online is broken or in non-functional condition. So I'm lucky to have found this one. I don't remember when I got it. It's got to have been 20, 25 years ago, and it sat for a while. And I dug it out and brought it back to life again. Didn't have to do anything but put film in it, really. So let's see what happens when I get the film developed.